The city is well on its way to healing the fund balance. Right now, as we speak, the fund balance is at 19.3%. We're on track for the end of the fiscal year to be 23%. You know, if we operate the city like a business, because it is a business, it's a $14 million business, and that means making the necessary economic development opportunities and investments, we can heal the fund balance. We have to achieve efficiencies and productivity. We're doing that. In 2007, 2008, the value of building permits were at an all-time high, 32 million and 38 million. Okay, that's what economic development brings. It brings more money for the fund balance, and that we're well on our way.
Question one more time, please.
How will you heal Roanoke Rapids financially?
Well, I think the most important thing is right now is that this very building we're sitting in has to be successful, or we've got a $21 million note to pay, ladies and gentlemen. We have to come up with a financial strategy that will make sure that if the unfortunate thing happens, is that we can survive it. I think it's important that we put aside at least 1 year's worth of debt reserve, the equal amount of the annual payment of this theater aside. And we do have to increase our fund balance. And it needs to be a policy where we increase it a percentage annually. But just last year, ladies and gentlemen, that fund balance was around 8.3%. And the reason it's gone up is because that increase in that fund balance has been on the backs of the taxpayers and the services we lost. And it's good that our fund balance has increased, but it's unfortunate that we've lost services, but yet our taxes have not decreased. So I think it's important that, number one, this theater is successful. Number two is that we set policies that make sure that a certain percentage goes into fund balance annually. Number three is that we make sure that we have in 1 year's reserve of the annual debt for this theater just in case something happens. And we have to foster business growth. But when you think about our taxes have increased since 2002 about 27%. That's 13.4 over the past 8 years. Our long-term debt, that's what we owe, went from a little over $3 million 8 years ago to over $25 million. So if you're a business looking at these statistics, what is it that you look at, that tax burden, that potential tax burden? So we've got to make sure that we work on getting this debt resolved.
Ladies and gentlemen, I believe that the situation in Roanoke Rapids financially is going to improve as the economy improves. And it's beginning to improve now at the national level. And this is going to come down to Roanoke Rapids also. Alan Purser and the Chamber of Commerce here, they're working as hard as they can to improve everything in the business side of the situation here in this area, along with the people who are working for Halifax Horizons. And I believe that there'll be some industry coming into this area that will help us to get back on our feet financially. Now, Mayor Beal indicated to you where we stood pretty much financially, and Mr. Baker also reiterated it. And we have come away since our low point back here about a year ago. I'm optimistic that everything is going to improve here in the Roanoke Valley, and that this theater, along with everything else that we have to offer here, is going to bring us out of all of these problems, and that we will be successful.
What in the world is left for me to say, except to agree with everybody that's just spoken on how to heal the town? I will tell you this. Once I filed to run for city council, I went down to City Hall and tried to get all the information I could to learn about the city government, because there's a lot that I did not know and still do not know. But Melinda Height, the city finance officer, sat down with me for over an hour and we went over the budget. Still a lot I don't understand about the budget, but let me tell you how I'm going to start healing Roanoke Rapids personally. A city councilman makes $7,500 a year. When we were going over the budget, there was a line item about the 2 street sweepers that have not been in operation in 2 years. One of the street sweepers needs a repair of $6,500. And I told Melinda that day, I'm not going to take a salary. You take my $7,500 and put it on that street sweeper, and I want that to start working, because I have been really adamant about the way the town has looked for a number of years. To me, it looks like that, you know, we just don't care. Tall weeds grow, there's trash everywhere, and then miraculously, as it's time for the election, the town starts getting cleaned up. And I am thrilled. But anyway, I don't know what to say other than I agree with everything that they have said about that we do need to heal and the way we need to heal. So that's all I got to say about that.